I'm here talking to David Stretton about the shops in Martham's past. Now this is Black Street, Martham.
Yeah, this is Black Street. This is Closer's stores.
Yeah.
They were quite well known. I believe they also had shops in Yarmouth. I used to go
Black
shopping
Street.
in there for my mum and dad because when I first lived in Martham with my mum and dad, I used to live up the top of Black Street. This is a green. This is old Mr. Francis's shop, who used to do barbers, most everything. If anyone wanted to go out in the pub on a Sunday, they'd go and have a shave first with Sam, and then they'd go and have a pint.
So what was your kind of earliest childhood memory?
The earliest childish memory thing I can remember is walking to school one day up Reps Road, and we'd had quite a bit of snow, and one of our school teachers came biking past, and we decided to snowball them. The other boys dropped our snowballs, but I didn't. I snowballed, knocked him off his bike, and I got 100 lines.
So everybody was really friendly in Martham and everyone kind of knew each other?
Well, yes, they did, because you could go round any shops, and they'd serve you any time of the day. And when my mum and dad used to go to Yarmouth, the doors were never locked. And when I first met my wife, she came over, she'd say, well, how do I get into your house? I said, well, the doors are never locked, because everyone was so trustworthy and friendly, and everyone helped each other out. This is a photograph of Mrs. Pitcher's shop on Reps Road. That is now closed, and a new house built there now. Go into a shop, and if you haven't got enough money, come and pay me tomorrow.
Oh.
I don't really remember Cockings, but the shoe shop has been there all the while, and when Mrs. Cobbs had it afterwards, we used to get free boots at school. You used to get allocated so much money, and you used to take a ticket into Mrs. Cobbs or Beryl Grimes on Reps Road, and you used to get so much towards free shoes. He also had a harness maker's shop next door to the shoe shop. This is the old cycle shop. The first one what Francis had was up Black Street. And this is a ticket he used to give people if you upset them and didn't use them and went to somebody else or to another village and bought stuff, and then you went back to him because he was a little bit cheaper or stuff, and he'd just give you this little ticket, much to say, you didn't want to spend your money with me, so you know what you can do. And then he moved to this one, and after he finished it, Kirby's took it over, and up the side alley, the side of the little shop, Andy Sims used to repair cycles for Kirby's then. When we were at school, that's where you all took your bicycles and had them repaired.
So this is the post office in Martham. Did you visit that often?
Used to, more or less nearly every day you'd be in the post office, for general things for your mum and dad. This is Martham Post Office when Mr. and Mrs. Cooper had it. I used to be a paper boy there. I used to deliver papers on a Sunday. But I got wise to it in the end because I never used to turn up till 11 o'clock in the morning. Time I went to get my papers, what I had to deliver, most people had been and collected them, but I still got paid the same. And the other thing I'd done before I left school at Martham Co-op, I used to be errand delivery boy on a trade bike. And I worked there probably nearly 2 years. This gentleman here is Mr. Sonny Hubbard. He used to be one of the bakers for the Co-op. When I was errand boy at Martham Co-op, Christmas time, I used to go on the bread rounds with him. But he liked his rum too much, and many times I used to have to steer the van home.
Is a Jerry Butcher's?
Jerry's the butchers, yeah. They used to have their own little slaughterhouse up back Market Lane. When I went to school, we had 3 butchers in the village. We had Jerry's, you had Mr. Garron on Reps Road, and you had Chapman's on the village centre. This is a photograph of Kirby's Blacksmith shop up Black Street. The old petrol pump there, when I was at school, I used to go about with Ivan Kirby, and we used to get the job to fill the old lorries up, and you had to hand crank the pump, and that took you hours to fill the lorry up with petrol. When I left school, if you started a job and you didn't like it, you could leave that afternoon and go get a new job the next day. There was so much work about, and you could do what you like.
What do you remember of your father's shop?
Well, he used to have what we call a back door shop. People used to come to the back door and come in, and we used to serve them. And then my father had an idea that he would buy a field, so he bought a field where the Flake High School is. He hadn't had it long, and they took it away from him on compulsory purchase. So he had another crazy idea and thought he'd have a shop. So he had a shop built, and this is it, and that was in 1963. Dad used to grow all those vegetables, what you see there, and we used to have quite a lot of people come round. He still done his shop round, and my mother used to cut up the ham. She used to boil the ham in big pieces, and then she used to slice it up.
Here, you were saying that a bomb was found in your back garden?
There was a bomb dropped during the war. Can't remember when that was, but anyhow, my poor mother, she was so paranoid about it, and that's all they found, what you see there.
So what are they doing there?
They're digging a hole right opposite the shop, look.
Oh,
Right
I see.
opposite the shop, when there's my little baby in the pram, my dad there watching. They didn't find a bomb.